why did I buy this? This series started as a way to help my crafters find unique ways to use the products that they have in their collections. But this is such a great way to see previews of products and be able to see the way that you can build your crafting collection. My name is Lindsay. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I have been an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 22 years. I love crafting and I love sharing ideas with you. So this is a great time to be a crafter because today is May 2nd. May 2nd and 3rd, we have something called 2 times the points. So this is in honor of National Scrapbooking Day, and we have a new Stampin' Rewards program that is just for crafters. And the way it works is in Canada, when you place a $25 order grader order, you are going to get a rebate of 10% back that you can save for your next order, or you can accumulate it for up to a year. Now, the beauty is we have a brand new catalog that's coming out on May 6th, which is what today's all about. And so you're gonna have, if you place those orders in the next 2 days, you're gonna have double the points, so about 20% back that you can then use in the new catalog on May 6th. So this is a great time to order some cardstock, some adhesive, some envelopes, some things that are really gonna help you get your craft staples, so to speak. As you tune in, please feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, you can let me know that too. How long have you been crafting? Do you like to do cards, scrapbooks? What's sort of your the thing that makes you excited? So this is, of course, I'm more of a card maker, but I have been a scrapbooker for many, many years. I taught scrapbooking classes for over 17 years. Then took a bit of a hiatus, and now I'm back to scrapbooking as well. I have a very fun class coming up on tomorrow morning, Saturday, the new catalog release party. And we're going to be making 3 really fun projects from the new catalog. So very, very exciting. So I'm going to do the awkward transition so that you can see my hands, and we are going to get started with our project. So let me just do that transition. Sorry, you guys know I'm so techy. Okay, we're gonna clip you in here. Just one sec. Beautiful. You can see I've already got my new catalog flagged and ready for that May 6th launch. I can't show you the inside online right now. Many of you have copies in your hands. If you've crafted with me and purchased in the last 6 months, I mailed you a catalog and you'll have that already. If you'd like a catalog and live in Canada, you can message me and request a catalog and I will be able to send that to you. So you can see it's a very fresh, fun new catalog. There's some really beautiful floral dies that are coming out. But today, what my video is all about is I want to show you my top 3 things. Now, I'm just going to give you a little stamp here in the corner. There we go. There's me, in case you've forgotten. So there's always so many new things when a catalog comes out, and we have both things that are in our paper annual catalog, but we also have online exclusives that come out at the same time. So there's things that you'll see in this catalog for the full year because this is available until April 2026. But you also have online exclusives, which are so beautiful and fun to work with. So I'm doing a combination of both. I'm showing you a plethora of new products today. And then we are going to, I'm going to tell you what my top 3 are. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to show you is a new bundle coming out. This is an online exclusive. It's called Impressions A Bloom. It's a 2-step stamp, which means you can layer these images to get a more detailed look. Again, a stamp set that includes both images and greetings is very functional because you can have one stamp set sort of do it all. And again, we've got these dies that when you purchase it as a bundle, you get a discount of 10%. And what I love about these dies is not only does it cut out the images, so you'll see this one here is designed to cut out the images, but it also has detail that you can add to the stamp. I don't have it set up properly here. I probably had it, but you know what I mean. It's gonna, if you run it through together, you're gonna get that. You're getting some nice neutral frames in here, as well as all these adorable little flowers, and you can never have too many flowers, really. Okay, so impressions of bloom. So let me bring in, I've already done some of the heavy lifting here. So I have pre-die cut with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine these floral images. So this is what I'm saying. Not only does it cut out the images of the flower, but it also cuts out the details that are in that. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the oval. This is the frame that we cut out. And I will do that with my Stampin' Dimensionals. So these are a great way to be able to add texture to your project, and it just really adds that little bit of extra detail. So we're gonna throw that on here, just like so. And then I have these little circles here. Now you'll notice that it's shiny on the inside, and that is, let's see if I can show that in the video. That is from some clear embossing powder. So I just stamped a solid image onto the paper, and then I used my heat embossing to emboss it in clear. And so now we're just going to use some dimensionals and some mini glue dots. See those little tiny circles of glue to be able to add that to our image. Just like that. So a very fun little bundle, the Impressions of Bloom. Now, this is definitely a favorite, but I'm not putting it in my top 3. We're going to keep working through. Let's see if you can guess what my next one is going to be. Here you can see we've got some leaves that we can throw in there too. Okay, slide that along. Now I'm going to bring in some Specialty Designer Series paper. And here you can see it's shiny and beautiful, and it comes in 3 colors. It comes in Cloud Cover, one of our new in colors, Strawberry Slush, an in color that is a returning favorite, and Pretty in Pink, which is last year's in color. You can see it comes in both the like the crosshatch detail and then this floral detail. So I went ahead and I cut 3 pieces, just 1-inch strips of them in the flowers. And we're gonna throw that onto our Pretty in Pink cardstock. So I'm gonna add some adhesive along the back, and I'm gonna just line it up like this. So we're gonna put that center line in my grid paper through the cardstock, and we're gonna run that across. I'm gonna trim off the excess here in a second. And we're gonna add another one. This is gonna go here. So we're using the grid paper to just help line it up. And then one more. Just like that. Okay. Like that. So we have these pretty specialty paper that coordinates with some of our new in colors and some of our old, some of our favorites. And so here we've got this little floral image, and we're going to go ahead and add that to our card front. So I'm going to use dimensionals again, like that. So we'll peel off the backings, and we can stick this into place. There we go. And one more time, flip it over, and we can trim off that extra circle. Okay, so we've got a card that's moving along here. Now I want to add a greeting. Now this is a stamp. Okay, so the specialty paper, also a favorite, not in my top 3 today. Okay, we've got more to showcase. Okay, so I've got this little strip of basic white, and this is a stamp set that you can get right now. So this would be a good one to get today when you can get 2 times the Stampin' Rewards. And it's a great one because it's got all of the things that you would need for Mother's Day, to make Mother's Day cards. It's kind of for any of the mother figures in your life, right? Even says dog mom, like if you have a friend that got a new puppy. I love this little sketch drawn dog. So I'm going to bring in this strip, and we have Mom, and I'm going to bring in Versamark. So Versamark is a very sticky ink. It's perfect for embossing with. So we're going to stamp that onto our white. I don't know if you can see it on the video very well, but it is there. Oh, you can kind of make it out. So now I'm bringing in my Wow embossing powder, and we're going to sprinkle that over top. And there you can see it sticks to the stamp. Now it will not stay, it won't dry like that until we melt it. So that's what this tool is, a heat tool. And we're going to heat it. And by heating it up, it melts it so that it's going to stay on that paper. Okay. So now we've got our beautiful shiny texture that says Mom. Again, it's a little hard to see in the video, but let me show you how I'm just going to bring in my strawberry slush, and I have it on a blending brush, and I'm just going to go gently over top, and wherever that embossing powder is, it's actually going to resist the ink, and it really makes that pop. So we can snip that and add it to our card. Now, the Wow embossing powder does carry over to new catalog, but you can get it now. So this would be a great thing to get on your 2 times the points today and tomorrow. And we're going to just stick that onto the project right there. Now, we are ready to move on to one of my top 3 picks from the new catalog, which is coming out May 6th. Are you ready? Okay, this is kind of mind-blowing. You guys know I love embellishments. I love some bling. And here we go. So these are called the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that there's gold glitter embedded into the gems, and it comes in 2 of my favorite colors, Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush. And then the white one here, the clear one, you can actually color with any of your Stampin' Blends, your alcohol markers, to be able to make it any color you want. So for example, if I wanted blue, I could bring in a blue marker and I could color over top. Dun, 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 dun. And now we have a blue glitter gem. I know, it's amazing. So let me just go ahead and add a few pieces to this beautiful project here. And it comes in a couple of sizes. There's medium and large. So add some there and there and there. Oops, not to my finger. Okay. And let me skip ahead and show you the finished card. There we go. So my number 3 pick from the catalog is the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. It's actually an online exclusive, I believe. But again, it's all being released May 6th, so it's all one and the same in my opinion. So yeah, you can see a very pretty card that any of the moms in your life would be happy to receive. Okay, that's number 1, my number 3 thing out of my online catalog. Okay, so let's go now to another project. So this time we are going to be working with a few things. Let me just bring them out. Okay, so we have this little sweet bundle called Cheers and Sips. So I love a great cocktail, and I love sharing a cocktail with friends. It could be a mocktail, it could be a cocktail. Either way, just yummy drinks are always a plus in my book. And so you can see this is a great coloring set. It does have some greetings built in, so it's all inclusive. And it's just a nice, fun, summery, celebratory stamp set called Cheers and Sips. So again, you buy it as a bundle, you get 10% off. This will be available on May 6th. Although it's one of my favorites, it's not going to be my top today. So let's keep moving on. Okay, next we have this, and that is the paper that coordinates with it. So this is called the Celebratory Sips 12x12 Designer Series paper. So really pretty paper, and then when you flip it over, you get all of this great detail on the other side. So all of Stampin' Up's Designer Series paper is double-sided, so it gives you lots of options. Now, one thing I will point out is I have a paper share. So if you live in Canada, you can sign up for this. And the way it works is you are going to get 6x6 samplers, so a quarter of a sheet of all of the new Designer Series papers in the annual catalog, and that's 101 sheets of Designer Series paper. Now, one of the things that I work with my pal Meg Loven on from Loven Stamps, and in our paper shares, we offer card bases, so the cardstock bases that coordinate with the paper so that you always have exactly what you need to get started. So maybe you're getting started with crafting, or you just want to be able to not have to think about coordination. We offer 101 card bases to coordinate with the paper as well. So you're going to get 202 sheets of paper for just $99, and the sign up will be in the link of the description of this video. So you're going to want to sign up. The deadline is May 15th, 2025. Okay, so a favorite, but it's not going to be my top today. So let me get started on this project. I have to see where I put everything down. Okay, here we go. So I have here some new in color paper, as well as the Designer Series paper that coordinates beautifully with it. And here you can see from the Designer Series paper is also that beautiful drinks, like they're all set up and ready to go. And the beauty of this is this paper is designed to be able to work with your dies. So I'm going to pull out the short glass and then the tall glass. So you can cut these out with your dies and you don't have to fussy cut anything. Now, before we do that, I wanted to work with some inspiration that I got today from my pal Wendy Lee. She was talking about making the glasses look like glass, and she was doing it with glue. But I wanted to show you a way that I've been playing with recently, and it's so easy. This just makes me very happy because I love easy. So here I've got just some plain old packing tape. You can see this is from the post office, and I'm going to take that packing tape and I'm just going to layer it right over top of that paper. I'll bring in my scissors and give a little snip, and I can just wrap it around like that. And then now I have to find the end. Haha, there we go. Oh, come on. So one more time, we're gonna peel this off. This is the hardest part about the whole technique, is getting this tape off. It is very good tape. Okay, come on. You could use your embossing powder to do this technique if you laid your Versamark over top of the paper, but this is the joy of live videos, is you get to see me struggle through things. So once, oh my goodness, come on. Okay, there we go. Whew, that was way harder than it should have been. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing over top of this little glass. And then again, you can just wrap it behind. It can be sloppy because we're going to cut this out. So this is when we're going to use those dies, and we're going to cut out those images. All right. So another thing that we have going on is they have like little umbrellas and things that you can add to the drink, which makes the drink look extra special cute. So we're going to do a little bit of that. So let me grab a piece of white cardstock. And we're going to stamp it with gray granite because I want it to be more subtle. I don't want to have a black outline. I just want to have a subtle outline. And what we're going to do is bring in another new favorite, but not the top favorite. And that is the In Color Stampin' Write markers. So you can use any color, and I'm going to use the Timid Tiger to coordinate. And we're going to color over top of that image. Now, the thing that's so nice about Stampin' Write markers, they are water-based, so they work best with paper. You can use any water-based ink below it. You don't have to use Memento, so that's where you can see I used the gray. And it has a really great fine tip end, so I'll just show you quickly. So that fine tip means that you can make your greetings inside your cards coordinate with your card itself, which is kind of fun. So once we've got it all colored, there's a die that you can cut that out, and we'll be able to decorate our drink with it. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to move into my second favorite thing from this new release that's coming out on May 6th, and that is this. This is mind-blowing. I am so in love with this. Okay, this is called the Many Messages bundle. And you can see it's one giant stamp and one giant die. So it's all one die. So here's how it works. I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white, and I want to have my greetings coordinate with my designer series paper. So I have Berry Burst, and we're just going to layer it over top of our basic white. So you're going to give a press to the whole stamp. And then you can see it has created all of those greetings at one time. And then you can layer your die on just like that. I like to use a smidge of washi tape just to hold it in place. You're going to run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then what you get are all of these little pieces that have been cut out. So you run it through once and you get all of these greetings at the same time. How amazing is that, right? I know. So this is my number 2 most favorite thing that's coming out on May 6th. It is so impressive to have all those greetings together. So say you're only going to use Time to Celebrate, but you can save all of these in a little kit, and you could even save all the colors separately. So you're like, oh, I need a strawberry slush greeting. You could just reach into your strawberry slush pile and grab them all. Okay, so let me go ahead and skip to the end. I'll show you what the finished card looks like. And there you go. So you can see those shiny drinks, and that's all done with packing tape. So very cool. And here you can see are the new in color embellishments in the 5 colors that are coming out. Now a note about cloud cover, that's this lighter color here. That color is going to be only available in the accessory products. It's not going to be available in the ink. So the cardstock, the blends, the Stampin' Right marker, the ink refill, those are all available in cloud cover, but there has been a problem with the Stampin' Pad, so we won't have that color. It's just there's something happening the way the color interacts with the foam. So I'm going to be showing you ways that you can have an ink pad situation with cloud cover, but we'll wait until the catalog goes live so you can see that, okay? So there is project number 2. Do you love it? Okay, now we're gonna move on to number 3. Okay, so this one here is lots of fun. And I'm gonna just jump ahead and say right away that this is my number 1 favorite thing. So this is the paper tags. And this paper tags is just so great for using to wrap up gifts. And of course you can use it for card fronts. There's lots of different ways you can use it. I just think the greetings are very fun, and the way that they've used the font, and then the dies on this have a couple of different shapes. You can see that these work together. You can layer them together. You've got these 2 that work together. You have this fun little banner that cuts into it so that you can have like it can slide out, and then this creates just a mini little notch for your tags. That's very, very fun. So I should also clarify that this is my favorite today. If you talk to me next week, it's going to be something different. It just depends on what I'm working on at the time. But this is one of those must-have things, okay? So again, May 6th, this is going to be available to all the rest of you crafters. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order those things now and take advantage of the 2 times on the new products, which is always very exciting. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to use this. So I have a couple of pieces of paper here, and I'm going to bring in my, I call this the chalkboard stamp because it looks like it could be a chalkboard, and I'm going to use my Versamark to do some more heat embossing. So when I have a bigger stamp like this, I like to flip it over, and then it's easier to see that I've got it all inked up. We'll stamp Versamark so it's clear. Again, it's going to be a little tricky to see on the video, but we'll just make sure that we've got it. Oh, there we go. Can you see that? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to bring in my Wow embossing powder. So black cardstock you can get now. Wow embossing powder you can get now. And that would be a great way to stock up on your 2 times. Okay, so we're gonna tap off any excess. And then I'm gonna bring in that heat tool one more time. This Wow embossing powder. Now I've had embossing powder in my collection for many, many years. And I was like, why do I need the new stuff? No, this stuff is way, way impressive. I was shocked at how much better it is than our old stuff. Now some of my embossing powders are probably 20 years old, which if you're a paper crafter, keep using that stuff, right? But I was just impressed with how detailed this embossing powder is. Do you see how it melts so nicely and leaves all of that negative space? So it doesn't fill in the lines, those fine lines. And I think that's really, really great. Okay, so here we've got our tag. So I'll just run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and that's going to cut it out, okay? So that's one of the steps. So now I'm going to bring in another, this is a new online exclusive, but it's available now. So you could put this on your order today, and that would get you the 2 times points. So I'm going to bring in my Strawberry Slush. Love this color. And we're just gonna ink up the lines here. Now I don't need to ink up the whole stamp because I'm doing a smaller piece of paper, but I just have to see where I put down my paper. This is so me. Oh, it's underneath the thing. Oh my gosh. I lose stuff all the time. It's just one of the things about living in my brain. Okay, so there you can see we've got that great stripe detail in the background. And you'll notice that I've already cut out that little tag. Because when we cut this out, we're gonna layer it, and that's gonna fit into here. Okay, so I want to make a little gift, and this would be something like a gift for a crafting friend would be to get them a new ink pad. So we're gonna stick this into a clear envelope. Now, if you've been like, hey, I saw the paper catalog and I don't see any clear envelopes in there, what's up with that? These are just moving online. It's one of our online exclusives. So you can still get them just online like that, okay? And now I'm gonna bring in some ribbon that's coming out May 6th. So this is the gold striped ribbon. And we're just gonna cut a little piece here and tie a bow. Now, again, it doesn't have to be an ink pad. You could put any little gift in there, even a gift card. This would be a nice way to wrap it up and make it look special. Mother's Day is coming up. So we'll just make sure we've got our ends. There we go, just like that, okay? So this is all ready for our tag, and I'm not going to take the time to die cut this out because I have a finished one I can show you. So this is our Darling Duckling, and that's one of our new in colors, again, available May 6th. And you can see the little striped in the background there, and here I wanted to show you. So there's the little cutout that I used, and I just took my scissors and snipped through. The black one is already cut for you with a die, so you can just like move it aside and then just snip it and then add it to your project like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so one more time, we've got our paper tags. I have to look at the names because things are still so new for me. We have our celebratory sips, right? Celebratory sips, yep. And then we have our Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. So those are my 3 top ones moving into May 6th when the new catalog comes out. So just remember that today's the day, 2 times the points, both May 2nd and 3rd. And then you can use those points you've accumulated to shop on May 6th in the catalog. I hope you have a great weekend, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of my new favorites. I can't wait to hear what yours are. Go ahead and drop them in the comments. What can't you wait to get? What have you gotten in a pre-order that you love? Of course, as crafters, we can inspire each other to be able to find the best of the best to add to our collection. Have a great weekend, my friends. Bye for now.